All right, what's up everyone? We're back, and today I'm going to see which manufacturer makes the best overstable fairway driver. Let's get into it. All right, so if you know me, you know I throw a lot of forehands, and so I have a ton of overstable discs in my bag. Right now, in that overstable fairway slot, I've got the Raptor. I have the Captain's Raptor as well, but I've been throwing this Raptor. I love it, but everyone's been telling me I need to try some new stuff. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So today, we've got the Raptor I'm going to be throwing. We've got the Felon. We have the Gateway Blade, the Firebird, and the Discmania PD. Some people might say, why are you not throwing an FD3? I didn't have one, but I do have a PD. The only difference is it's one speed higher than the rest. And so what's going to happen today is I'm going to throw all 5 of these on 9 holes out here at Macaulay Park. And basically, I'm just going to kind of put them up to the test. What I'm looking for out of these discs right now is I want a straight flight with hard finish. I don't want a soft finish. I don't want something that's going to turn. I want a nice straight flight, probably like 270 to 300 feet is what I'm looking for out of these discs. And so that's exactly what we're going to do. The hole 1 out here is 305 feet. It's sitting up on top of a hill. I don't know if you can see it from there. And we do have a little bit of a headwind, so I don't think I'm going to make it here, but this is actually a great test that we have some wind today because I want to see how well these discs hold up in the wind. The shot I'm going to try here, I'm just going to try to throw this nice and flat so we can get baseline today. I'm going to start with the Raptor because I already have a good idea of what it's going to do. Let's see, I'm going to aim right in between these trees over here. And you already know the rules. It's no warm-up. We get out of the car and we throw. Oh. Hurt my side. Turned a little bit. Wasn't a great throw on my part. Still ended up about probably edge of circle. Missed the line by a lot though. All right, next up we got the Gateway Blade. Same way, I must just be aiming that way. Knocked down by the tree, but it did go pretty straight. Next up we've got the PD. Must just be how the release is coming out right now because they're all doing the same thing. Getting swatted by that tree right there. All right, next up is the Felon. That one, I think I threw with a touch of Annie, but it also didn't have a lot of fight to it. Last up here, we got the Firebird. Oh my gosh, that was the worst one so far. Okay. Can't even judge that one. That's user error. All right, not fantastic shots to start. Not going to judge any of these discs so far, except for that Felon. I threw it on a little bit of anhyzer, and it didn't have much fight to it. I think that could have been the kind of the left to right, pushing it down on the flight plate. We'll see. It's only hole 1. We got 9 holes out here. We're going to see what happens. All right, I also failed to mention, I just picked all the discs up. I'm not going to be putting out today, just because I think that would take too much time to putt from each and every spot. So what's going to happen is I'm just really just going to throw them and kind of, I'm looking at the flight more than anything. Another thing I failed to mention, I'm just forgetting everything apparently. I think what I'm going to do is I think after every probably 2 or 3 holes, I'm going to get rid of one that I'm just not really feeling. And then by hole 9, hopefully have it dialed to like 2 or 3 that I can then kind of choose from. I don't think I'm taking the Raptor out of the bag. I think mostly what I'm looking for is just a replacement or a backup. So hole 2 is, what does it look like? 249 it says, which is actually kind of the perfect distance right in between these 2 trees. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go hyzer around this left tree because ideally that's the flight I'm looking for. So just high hyzer around the tree, stick it by the basket. We're going Raptor first up. Threw it pretty flat. Yeah, a little short too. Except we got the Felon. Try to actually keep this on hyzer. Do have a little bit of a headwind though, so could be flattening it out just a touch. That one turned over, going. Ooh, off the wall. Early analysis, I don't think that Felon's gonna make it much longer. Got the Gateway Blade now. Yeah, I kept that one low. Skip towards the basket. Good shot. I think that's the line. I wanted to go high, but I think I got to go low with this headwind. Keep it under. All right, we've got Champ Firebird up next. I'm going to try to hit that same line. Oh boy. It's tough to judge the disc when I throw it straight into the ground like that. All right, last one here, PD. Wow. Okay, yeah. It's a fine shot. I threw that on a good bit of hyzer, at least it felt like it, and it flipped up flat and just rode straight the whole time. I think that Gateway blade is CTP. It's sitting like maybe 8 feet. Not a bad shot at all. I've heard a lot of good things about Gateway. I think it's very underrated, so I wanted to give it a shot. And so far, not doing it too bad. I will say too, all of these discs except the Firebird and the Blade are the only new discs. I've had the Raptor in my bag for a while. Oh, actually the Felon's new too. So the only used discs are this PD, which came from Jacob, and this Raptor, which has been in my bag too. So all these are brand new except for those two. Hole 3 is only 203 feet. It's sitting on the right side of this path. I think technically the tall stuff is OB. Not super worried about that. I think after this hole, I'm gonna decide. I might take one out. Yeah, I'll probably just leave it one and keep going. I'm gonna start with the Raptor again. I think I'm actually gonna try to go straight on the right side of this tree. Just let it fade back in. Go in. Oh, I like the blade, so we're gonna try it again. Nice and straight here. Nice and flat, I should say. Oh, get stable. Threw it low. I like the line. It actually skipped up really close. Got the Firebird. Got a headwind now, it looks like. Oh, no. It's a tail, sweet. Turn that one over. Went really far though. Holy cow. We're gonna try the Felon. Just juicing these guys a little too hard for this hole. Oh, there we go. That was good. Yeah. All right. I don't think that throw was far enough. I didn't have to throw it hard enough to worry about the Felon doing anything weird. Yeah. All right. I didn't hate any of those really. I don't know if I'm going to make this into a series or not. I guess if you guys enjoy it, then I will. But let me know what other disc types. I know like everyone loves the overstable approach and things like that. So maybe if you like those or you have some discs that I should try, let me know in the comments. All right, I got a decent little walk to the next hole, so we're just gonna talk it out a little bit. I'm not playing the front 9 or the back 9 out here. I'm just kind of skipping around to holes I think would make good shots for these discs or what I want to see out of them. So I got a decent little walk here. I'm already out of breath if you can tell. But I think early contender for being out, I think it's gonna be the PD is what I'm gonna take out here on this next hole. I think it's a great disc, but I think the one I have, and maybe I'll give it another try later, I think it's just too beat up for me. It's also S-line, which I think is a little more understable. But I think it's just too beat up for me right now that what I need in this moment, it's not gonna do it for me. All right, we're on hole 4. Just about halfway done. I think, like I said earlier, I think I'm gonna take out the PD. I think it's this one, maybe a new one, or if I ever got an FD3, I'll try it. But I think it's just too unstable than what I need right now. Which brings us to hole 5. This is like the exact shot I'm looking for, or that I like to throw. It's 325, but it plays way downhill. It's right behind these trees, this grouping of trees in the middle. You can go backhand hyzer, forehand hyzer. But what I like to do is I like to throw a little like slight Annie and let it fight back. I think that's just my natural release on forehands. Looks like we got a tailwind too, so it's pretty favorable. So I'm aiming for this left gap over here. I'm gonna start with the Raptor again. Oh yeah, fight. Too much, but even that's still not in a bad spot. Got the blade next. I'm gonna just change my angle a touch and it should be really good. Keep it with some height. Oh, too much height. That's still gonna be fine though. Yeah, So I actually hit the wrong gap, but I'm in a good spot for that gap. Got the Firebird. Man, this wind is really picking up too. Yeah, it's pushing pretty hard right to left now, so that anhyzer is only gonna push it more left. I'm gonna adjust my aiming point here. Oh yeah, that's gonna be really good. Fade out. Little tree love at the end. I think that's probably in circle 1, edge of circle. Got the felon. I'm just gonna try to do the same thing. Just kidding, there's a car coming. All right, we got the felon for last. I'm gonna try to hit that same line. The wind kind of slowed down. I think if I hit the same line, it'll fade out a little better. Yeah, oh my gosh, go in. Skip. That one is finally sitting right under the basket. I'm so glad now that I just did that I didn't take the felon out, or else I would have been out of a good shot right there. Early prediction, but that's what I'm about here. Blade, it's kind of nice. I think it's a little more overstable than the rest, but I think beat up, I think it's gonna be nice and straight. And that's what I'd rather have. I'd rather have something that's gonna beat up to straight than something that starts straight. Then when I beat it up, it's just gonna get flippy. All right, I just picked up Firebird and Blade for like deep circle 1, circle's edge. What was that? That felon sitting like right under the basket. It was nice. I think my Raptor would have been fine, but I got some tree at the end, so it is what it is. All right, next basket, if you can see from here, is right in there. That's what you're looking for. Unfortunately, this is the angle I'm gonna have you at. All right, we're on hole 5 now. It's 243, 44 feet. I couldn't really tell. It is literally just the stockest hyzer you could throw right here. The wind, wow, yeah, wind's blowing really left to right, almost straight left to right. We're just gonna keep it high, hyzer, let it push over. There's OB long, but again, not super worried about it. Just wanna get the flights right. Oh, that was close. That was the Raptor. We're gonna go Blade and just try to do that same thing here. Holy cow. A little straighter, it's not gonna push. Probably be short. Actually went skipped a little long, not bad though. Still within probably 5 or 6. Firebird, let's get this one high. Kind of turned on one, see if the wind pushes it. Nah, I wasn't super committed on that shot though, to be honest with you. Fell in, and last but not least. Yeah, that's fine. Push. A little short, probably 20, 25. All really good shots except that Firebird. That was user error. It's funny too. That Firebird was my worst. And I'm not a grudge guy necessarily, but I've always kind of sworn against the Firebird just because I've always had the Raptor and they're kind of like the, you know, the competitors. So this is actually my first time this round, my first time ever throwing a Firebird before. And I almost didn't want to because I've talked to some people. I'm a fan of like streaks. You know, if I haven't done something ever, I'm like, why would I need to do it once? You know what I mean? Something like that, if that makes sense. If it doesn't, I'm sorry. I feel weird throwing the Firebird, but for science, guess I got to give it a shot. Raptor was about 6 feet. The Blade was about 8. Felon was probably 25, 26 feet. Not bad still. I also want to mention, I basically tried to get all the plastics the same. I think the only one that's kind of different is the ESP Raptor. But I guess the S-Line PD was too. But I wanted everything to be somewhat similar in plastic feel, just for kind of synonymity, if that's a word. All right, I want to come on here and talk about the Mojo gear. They make the Mojo Riser. It's disc golf's first ever collapsible bag stand. This thing is absolutely incredible. All you gotta do is pull a tab, legs come out, You set it down, it holds on all angles, all terrains. This thing is absolutely incredible. It brings so much relief to my back. I don't have to bend down, and I know some people think that's crazy, but I don't have to bend all the way down. I love it. It takes so much stress off your back over the course of a round, even 2-round tournaments when you're definitely feeling it, bending down, picking that bag up. This thing probably stands about 1.5 feet higher off the ground. Well, it's lightweight, so it's not gonna add too much to your bag. If you use code OMD10 at checkout, mojogear.com, you get $10 off a riser or a bag and riser combo. So they will even put it on the bag. If you're looking for a new bag, they'll put it on the bag for you and attach the riser to it. So it's absolutely incredible. We love the guys over there. You need one. If you don't have one already, you're missing out. Go get one, mojogear.com. So far, the Raptor is here to stay. I just know what it's gonna do, so I can trust it a lot more, obviously. The blade, I'm really liking the blade. I think Gateway is super underrated, but this plastic feels really good. It's pretty stiff. All these discs are flat, which I like. So far, the only one I don't like is this Firebird. The Felon's grown back on me. I threw it a couple times like years ago, but I think it's just the Champion plastic, specifically Innova's like type, like with a see-through clear plastic, if you know what I mean. But it's just a, like kind of slick on me, and I feel like it's not as stable as everyone makes it out to be. The Felon though, the Felon comes out clean. It's got a lot of snap on my fingers. I don't know if that's just me actually throwing it good. We are on hole 6 now. It's dead straight, probably close to like 240. It's probably very similar to the last hole. It's just uphill instead of downhill. We're gonna start with the Raptor. This one's, next couple holes are gonna be like the same shot, just kind of the hyzer, but it's exactly what I'm looking for out here. Yeah, a little more. What I got on top, got the blade going. Gonna try to throw this a little higher, a little harder. Or straighter, not straighter, but lower. Firebird, if this thing goes left even a touch, it's my next one gone. Oh! Off the pole, I take back. I apologize, Firebird. I was not familiar with your game. Got the Felon. Came out low. Tailwind's pushing it down. Those still aren't bad shots. Definitely not ideally where you want to be, but let me apologize to the Firebird for a second. Just spent that whole last walk down here kind of dogging on it and threw it and it hit the pole. So, I don't know. Maybe it is good. I can't let it off the hook quite yet. I just was picking them all up. Everything was within circle 1. But that Firebird actually, after it hit the pole, popped up and rolled behind the little power box. I don't know if you can see that. Ended up being furthest from the pin. So who knows? Maybe I'm just a hater. I don't know. Also, if you've made it this far in the video, can you let me know if you like the vlog style stuff? Because sometimes I feel weird doing it. I feel like it adds something, you know what I mean? If you don't like it, don't tell me because that'll just hurt my feelings. But if you do like it, tell me. I think I miscounted holes somewhere. So I think I'm only going to actually end up playing 8 holes, which is fine. Which means I think after this hole, I'm going to get rid of another one. And right now we're on hole 14, 250. It's dead straight. This is another one. Stock hyzer is exactly what I want. We do have kind of a head right left, so it should be interesting to see how these hold up. We're going to start with the Raptor. I'm just going to try to put them on hyzer and see if anything's going to flip up or not. I think I threw it that way. Swing over. Actually turned out kind of good. I think I want a little more hyzer. Got the blade now. It's going to be too straight, too short, I mean. Oh! It's also going to be fine. I'm just not throwing the shots I exactly want for this test. All right, Firebird, thin ice. Yeah. Wow. Try to throw that one a little harder. I think my release came that way. There was absolutely no fight to it. Last one up is the Felon. That was a bad throw. Try to throw it harder. Skip. Yeah, still had some finish to it. Man, that was not a good hole. Also, I think I'm just stupid and can't count. So I played hole 1, I played hole 2, I played hole 3. Then I went over to hole 6, then I went to 10, then I played 12. The hole we're walking down is 14. Now I'm gonna play 16, 17. So I am playing 9 holes. I just can't count, I guess. The Blade and the Raptor ended up being the only ones inside C1. I can't really blame the other ones for not doing their thing, because I was unfortunately the one throwing them. I still think, I'm gonna say it now, I did my due diligence. Everyone wanted me to, and by everyone, a few people wanted me to throw the Firebird. I tried it, don't much care for it. So I think that's my next one gone. Also, the wind's picking up and it's been like stupid cold the past couple days. So as soon as I get some hands free, this hood is going up. All right, we're on hole 16, but it's my hole 8. And I think, like I said on the way over here, the Firebird is done. Cool disc. If it's for you, it's for you. Not for me. So our finalists here coming into the last 2 holes. We've got the Gateway Blade, super underdog. We've got the Discraft Raptor, that's probably staying. And we've got the Felon here. I guess it's really technically a battle between these two to see who's gonna be like a backup or a replacement. We'll see. I just went in and reviewed some tape, and I noticed that when I'm throwing a lot of forehands, on the plant, it's like I come out and my body just follows that left foot to the side, and I think that's why I'm throwing everything off left like that and not straight. So we're gonna try to fix that. This isn't really the best hole to do it, but we're gonna give it a rip here. We're on hole 8 now. It's 317 feet, so it is kind of a smash. It's kind of just out of the range I'm wanting, but we do have a tailwind, so I think if I can get it there, it'll be a really good shot. We're gonna go Raptor first and really try to pump this one, but I still want to make sure I throw it smooth. Oh yeah, get over. Yeah, that was exactly what I wanted. Only I was trying to compete with the Raptor. We're gonna try Felon, because I think Blade is the most overstable one. So I want to throw this one similar to this Felon, just similar to how I threw the Raptor right there. Maybe give it a touch more juice. Get over the bridge. Those are almost sitting on top of each other. Got the Blade last. This one's gonna have to be pumped, because I want to throw it on the same angle, but I'm gonna have to throw it harder because I think it is more overstable than both. Didn't get the angle. I think I was about pin high where it hit, but all right, see, this is why you never quit, because I was dogging on the Felon on the first hole, the very first hole, and the second hole actually, and now here it is in the finals. That's crazy. I'm glad I was able to record this video, 1, because I've been looking for another disc, and 2, last time I tried to do this, which was just a couple days ago before it got crazy cold, the wind was 26 miles an hour, 26 degrees. It was 26 miles an hour with 46 mile an hour gusts. So I had the tripod, it was just me like it is now. The camera literally just kept blowing over. So after the 3rd time the camera hit the ground, I was like, okay, that's kind of expensive. So should probably just cut it off here. No, I finally made it out. It's actually not bad. Now that I'm moving around, it's pretty warm. Felon, Raptor, like 3 feet away from each other. The Raptor was like 5 feet. The Felon was about 8. The Blade ended up being deep, but I think I got a generous roll down the hill, but it was still inside circle 1, so not bad. All right, home stretch. We're on my hole 9, actual hole 17 here, and 252. It's right this, I don't know trees, but there's a tree right in the front. There's a tree just to the right of it. Actually, it's kind of a triangle of trees now that I'm looking at it. Sitting right in between those. Other than the Raptor, if any of these go on the right side of this first tree, gone. It loses. If you go left on the forehand hyzer, it's gonna funnel. If you beat that tree, you're gonna be sitting right under the basket. So that's the goal today. Oh, see. Gonna be deep. That's deep. See, somebody watch that and tell me if my foot came out, because it felt like it did. Let me know. All right, we got the Felon. Actually keep this one on some stinging hyzer. Man. It's actually getting a tad annoying. I might throw this hole again. I feel like I'm not doing these justice. We got the Blade. And then I'm probably gonna go do a pickup and try this again, because this hole was just egregious. Man, All right, that one's actually not bad, but I guess, I don't know, I think I'm just planting that way. So I think my body's coming through and I'm not throwing straight. So I'm gonna go pick up. We're gonna try that again because that was not a fair test. Quick little jaunt to grab those. I guess I didn't really read the wind at all either. I was walking up, it was kind of a good headwind, which I think was making everything a little straighter. But we're gonna adjust for that now. Raptor again, I'm gonna fix my feet. I'm gonna throw it straight. See, now it's inside, but I'd rather have that happen. It's gonna be under the tree, tough putt. That release is what I wanna do. I just move it about 10 feet to the left. Felt a lot better though doing that. Same spot, push more. On top of each other. All right, Blade, do something good for me. Gotta go a little wider. Oh, please go in. Oh, man, that's tough. If I go one more, I feel like I honed it in. I think I'm gonna go one more. Getting tired of walking, so this is the end all be all right? Raptor's fine, I'm gonna throw it just cause CTP, right? The blade and the felon, whichever one is closest to the pin, regardless of what happens, good shot, bad shot, whichever one gets closer, that is the backup. Of course, straight headwind now. Great, great, that's fun. We're gonna start with the Raptor. In the tree. Ooh, maybe short of it. Wasn't a good throw. We're also gonna flip, just to make this even. I want to choose one with the premeditated notion of which one I think is better. So we've got the blade. Heads, I'm gonna throw the blade. Tails, I'm gonna throw the felon. Tails, felon first. Give it some hyzer, get on the left side of this tree. Push, push, push. Just short. If it would have got under that branch, that would have been really good. All right, Blade, see what you got, buddy. Oh, low. We're gonna have to see it. Got a good skip, a little bit back to the right. I think the felon's gonna take it down. I don't hate to say it, but I hate to say it. I was really rooting for the blade. I don't think Gateway gets talked about enough. I think people definitely underestimate the feel of the discs, the flights of the discs. Missouri-based company out of St. Louis. We're a Missouri-based company down south here. We love them. We love Gateway, all the guys over there. So if you're into Gateway, want to try it, we got tons at the store. So give it a rip. Now that I'm walking up here, it's looking a little close. The blade ended up being about 22 feet. The felon was actually just about 11 feet. So the felon squeaked it out by maybe 7 feet. The blade was about 22, 23. The felon was maybe like 11, 12. So actually it's probably about 10 feet. But the felon is going to be my replacement. It'll probably go in the bag. As for the rest of them, they're all going to be in the used bin at Ozark Mountain Disc. So make sure to go check those out. Thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe. We love that. We're trying to push to 1,000 subscribers. We're almost there. We can't do that without you guys. We got a ton of stuff coming out. Jacob's availability as the semester's coming to an end is more and more. So we're going to start pumping out some videos. Those doubles battles, we're going to get into those. So again, let us know if you want to do that. We're trying to schedule everyone. And what else? Oh, the Road to Pro. I just want to ask you guys, if you're still watching, I've thought about recording my tournament rounds, like just my shots. I wouldn't record anyone else on the card, but just my shots. If that's something you'd actually be interested in, let me know. Comment down below. Let me know if you'd actually want to see that. I don't really know. I like watching, tournament rounds, but when it's someone with not much notoriety like me, I don't know if people would actually enjoy watching that. But if you would, let me know, because I'll gladly do it. If not, I'll pass. It's that easy. So thanks guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Ozark Mountain Disc to the moon.